How now around a cow?
Bop, bop, bop. I'm ready.
Okay.
Pop.
It's been a while. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the podcast, the Empty Promise Podcast. Thank you for joining us on what is episode 58 of the podcast. It's weird doing this because we are coming back
To the podcast.
the podcast. Let's make that clear. In what is our now, not what is now our new studio.
Oh, no, what is now our current studio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the current studio. This is it. This is what the month off has done.
This is what we did.
I almost feel like I don't know where to look anymore. I'm so used to a big camera being in my face. Now it's not there. We should set your camera up with a little thing so we can just take shots in podcast.
I know.
Yeah.
But we didn't.
But we didn't.
We had a month to plan all this.
We had a month to plan it. So we've been away for a month. This is the first episode back. It's episode 58 of the overall podcast. You may have noticed the rebranding, if you like, of the name.
Yep.
We have steered heavily out of the skid of Excite Gaming Podcast.
It's dead.
It's dead and buried.
Death.
Dead, buried, and the body's in the river.
Really?
Yeah. And now we are steering into the Empty Promise Podcast. We have always been claimed
Home with the Empty Promise.
Home with the Empty Promise. Now we are fulfilling that with
We're fulfilling that promise, ironically.
Yeah, that's very true.
We're not so good with the naming.
And we decided to steer out of the Excite Gaming skid as well,
because it was crashing hard.
Well,
so we fucked out of that.
Yeah.
And now we're here.
Yeah.
It's like any company that's in trouble, Chris, just rebrand. Not that we're in trouble anymore. We have a good solid 50 episodes before all those
we have
lawsuits
to go
are behind us now.
Yeah. Oh well, for now.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's episode 58. You're joining us on what is the 8th of September. It's been that long, D. And I have a little trivia for you.
You do.
And I'm going to keep this up on the weekly. So if you're joining us new to the podcast, get ready for this because this is the on this day of the Home of the Empty Promise podcast. I was steering into XA Gaming Podcast. And I had to control myself.
Yeah.
D, the 8th of September. Oh, by the way,
here's a book, by the way.
we are using one of my top 5 books of all time, I would say. This is Philip Ardag's book of absolutely useless lists for absolutely every day of the year.
Perfect.
For eccentrics everywhere, satisfyingly unnecessary.
Perfect. That's exactly what we need on this podcast.
The 8th of September, 1960.
66. What happened in the 60s? The
Well,
Beatles.
No, close. The very first episode of Star Trek is broadcast called The Man Trap.
Oh, right.
It concerns an alien who appears in different forms to different people.
Interesting.
So there you go.
That is interesting.
I also have a distortion of imposters.
Okay.
George Salamander, Mary Baker, the Princess of Caribou, Mr. Cole on the HMS Dreadnought, William Voigt, the crafty also Captain
Voigt,
Victor Lustig and the Eiffel Tower.
I have literally no idea what these things are.
None of those people. So basically the list...
Star Trek happened, essentially.
Yeah, Star Trek happened in 1966. D, if you want to give...
I said the Beatles, and you said I was close.
Yeah.
How's that close?
Well, it's close enough. You see, when I looked at this book during the week, D, I seen the 9th of September. We were originally supposed to podcast tomorrow.
9th, yeah.
And I changed that because I'm awkward like that. And the list I have here, D,
is much
1956 and the 9th of September is Elvis Presley makes his first appearance on US TV's influential The Ed Sullivan Show. You ever hear the Ed Sullivan Show?
No, funny.
Really big show. You know
really
that?
big.
That's
Is that Ed Sullivan?
That's Ed Sullivan,
Oh,
yeah. But I have a list here, D, of kings who aren't really.
Alright, so like the king.
So
like the mattress king.
Like the mattress king, yeah, right. Exactly. So a King Kong.
Well, I mean,
he wasn't a king.
He's the closest thing to a king.
King of the jungle is a lion, D, not a fucking gorilla.
It's an island though. So
oh, true. Nat King Cole.
What?
Nat King Cole, a fabulous singer and piano player.
Fabulous.
The King of the Beasts, which are considered lions. The Three Kings, also known as the Three Wise Men. They were not kings.
They weren't kings.
Elvis Presley.
Nor were they wise.
Burger King.
It's not a king?
It's not a king.
Or he's not a king?
King Cotton.
King Cotton.
Mm-hmm.
There you have it.
The King of Terrors, the Factory King, the King of Misrule, the King of Bath, the Bean King, and a King Charles Spaniel, which is a breed of dog, is not a king. I was also thinking there while I was reading that out.
Does that mean a Prince Charles is not a prince?
Oh God, no, he's 100% a prince.
Okay,
don't ever mistake prince with king.
Because the money I spend on that dog. Anyway,
I was thinking King of Kings TV show.
King of Kings, right enough.
King of the Hill,
right enough.
King. I had another couple. I thought
Kong.
I had all week to think of those. So.
What about like people whose surname is King?
No,
Stephen King.
Oh, like the writer?
Yeah,
the fictional writer.
No, the real writer who writes fiction.
Yeah, of course. I can't really think of any more Kings now.
I know, I'm completely
King's
spent.
Toy Store.
Hi.
You know? They're still open. They're still going.
They're definitely not a king.
No, not a king. If you think of any more kings, let us know.
Martin Luther King?
Oh, well, he was not a king either.
He wasn't a king.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much all the kings.
There you have it.
There you go. That's our 100% useless list for this day.
The Queen.
Yep.
It's not a king.
No, absolutely. King.
Can I just list things that aren't kings now?
No.
Okay, no. We gotta kill the list.
We're taking things a little bit different. Regular listeners to the last podcast, if we even had regular listeners, I don't know.
We had like 15 views a week. So
well, you may notice now that we're changing things up a little bit. Just in terms of the structure of the actual podcast, we've kind of gone from. Well, we're gonna jump into the kind of big news of the week this week.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the way we're gonna do this, because we're gonna pretty much, we're a podcast that likes to keep up with regular events. We're
on the pulse.
We're
in the pulse.
Trending.
We're trending on Twitter.
Are we?
No.
We're also live. So by the way, by the time you see this, if you send us a message at all on any platform, we can 100% receive it right now and reply to it.
But you can't do that because you're not watching it live.
No,
doesn't work. We should post the time that we're podcasting in the future so people can actually do that.
Oh yeah, we should. Okay, D, I have some. Oh Jesus, fuck!
What did you do, Chris? Oh, you got the little dinosaur on your phone.
None of the pages are fucking loading with all my news on it.
Load. Here's a piece of news for you, Chris.
Okay, yeah, let's jump into the news this week.
Chrome, because it's relevant because you're on Chrome. Chrome is 10 years old. Who knew?
This week.
So the little dinosaur, if you had the new version of Chrome, he's wearing a birthday hat.
King Chrome.
King Chrome.
King Chrome.
Yeah. That's news.
Do you want to lead with this, or will I?
Not really. I didn't get very much news.
I'll lead with something that's kind of been going on in current events at the minute, and that's the whole Nike or Nike.
Yeah.
It's Nike, by the way.
Yeah, it is Nike.
It is Nike.
It's like Nick.
Yeah.
Except it's a Nike.
Well, no, bike is spelled the same way, and you don't call it a bikey.
Bikey. Well,
gotta ride my bikey. But no. So the whole Nike controversy, they have now got a new face, if you like.
Colin Kaepernick.
Who, if you don't know, was the American football player who decided to take a knee. He started the whole hashtag take a knee during the American national anthem to show his kind of support or disapproval. I don't know what way to put this.
Yeah, it's kind of like disapproval. Like he didn't feel like good standing up for an anthem whenever like black people were being shot in the streets.
Pretty much, yeah. He was very much against the whole white supremacy in America at the time, so he decided to take a knee during the American national anthem, which is a big thing.
Yeah,
anybody from Ireland,
America,
yeah. In America, that is
he
sacred.
Got so much shit for it.
He did get so much shit, exactly. But he's now been made the face of Nike. A bold and controversial move from Nike as well.
That's it. Like, and now Nike are getting a bunch of shit for it.
Exactly.
The cynic in me is like, did they just do that to get? Because like the whole like. Any press, no press is bad press.
Yeah, something like that. There, yeah. Bad press is good press, or something no press like that, is bad. I don't know.
As long as they're in the news, it doesn't matter if it's controversy or good or whatever. The cynic in me thinks that's why they did it, but maybe they're just like, fuck it. What is
the catch line now, or the tagline I have? Believe in something, even if it's something
you lose everything or something like that.
Now the internet has gone wild with memes.
I know. I've seen quite a few of them.
The best one I seen was the Michael Scott one, where it was like. I think it was like, you just don't know the toll that 3 vasectomies has on one man. I mean, I lost that one. Or the what do you call the guy with Parkinson's? the famous actor.
Michael J. Fox.
Instead of saying believe in something, they're just scrolling. I was like, okay, they're taking this a bit too far now. But yeah, that seems to be trending an awful lot at the minute.
Yeah, it's big news. I think it's, I don't know, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but I would say that happened in like this country or in the UK or really any country in Europe, and it happened.
It wouldn't be taken nearly as blown out of proportion as it is now. It would kind of be like, oh, you know, that's
they don't want to stand for the national anthem. Yeah. Okay, that's their opinion.
There was a lot of people who kind of got behind. I mean, it tore opinions in half straight out of America. Does. A lot of people were like, you know, good on him for doing that, and then, you know, a lot of people were kind of just bad mouthing.
People seem to say it's disrespectful and stuff.
I guess it depends on how patriotic you are. And
yeah, you know, it means like it's not like the national anthem. It means different things to different people. So, you know, it's not like a unified thing. You don't stand for the national anthem. You disagree with all the things that I agree with.
Yeah,
it doesn't mean that. Just, you know, he has a problem.
As well with this whole what's his name?
Kaepernick, I think.
The whole Kaepernick controversy going on. More controversy that has reached the summit of the internet stardom.
Smooth.
Tulsa billionaire Elon Musk was recently on the Joe Rogan experience, which you may know from this podcast. It's a wonderful experience.
We're big fans of
the Joe Rogan experience here. So he was on recently.
Yeah. And he's been in the news a lot recently.
Has he?
Yeah, because he's yapping about that guy over in Thailand. Do you remember? Remember he called the guy
the
pedo?
diver? Oh, yes.
Like take all that back.
Yeah, so like, that's right. Well, he has smoked marijuana on the on the internet while appearing on the Joe Rogan.
On the internet.
Now, a lot of people would kind of just be like, well, this isn't such a big deal. Yeah. And then a lot of people going, well, he's a public figure. Should he be seen doing this? Again, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying, you know, he works for two like pretty big businesses, which probably have like no drug policies.
Very true.
He does that. But
he took a pull on a single pull on a joint.
Yeah. And apparently he didn't inhale.
No, yeah.
So
and he was also seen to be drinking whiskey from a tumbler as well, which is fine. I mean, if you're on a podcast, right? You know, you're invited. Yeah, exactly. You're invited to someone's show. You're gonna want to kind of relax on wine. This guy has a stressful job.
Yeah, like, you know, I mean, so whiskey is like probably the least worst thing he's taken.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, like a lot of people are making the point, it's like, oh, he can drink whiskey and get fucking ruled off that way, but if he takes like a singles puff or whatever of a marijuana cigarette, then he's a
pothead.
He's a menace to society.
Yeah.
But I think apparently as well, the state that Joe Rogan is in, it's legal. I don't know where it is.
California.
Is it California?
I think it's California. Yeah.
Oh, maybe then. Someone said it was legal. I have no.
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, I think it is legal because he does a lot. I've seen a lot of podcasts about cannabis and the whole.
But here,
its whole trade.
Point is, it's not the end of the fucking world.
But apparently, at the time of writing, Musk had actually finished his whole interview with Joe Rogan, and this was just something that at the end of the show that he kind of did or whatever, and you know, they might have been
just like us.
Exactly, just like us. But the interview is actually supposed to be a very, very good one. Where I've
seen clips, watched a couple of clips.
They discuss love, artificial intelligence, the state of the human race, and his own feelings as head of Tesla and private space company SpaceX.
Yeah. It's interesting. Elon Musk he's a very he's actually very real because the way he talks, he's not like, it's not rehearsed.
No, he just says it.
He kind of stumbles, you know, he's kind of not clear at times, and then he like goes back like we would talk normally. Mm-hmm. It's not like he has a script that he's internally reading from, like, so I like that about him. But
do people have an internal script?
I think a lot of people who go on podcasts like that, a lot of celebrities who go on like interviews, podcasts,
they kind of have this set thing in their mind.
They're like, I'm here promoting something. I'm here promoting my book.
Oh yeah, right.
I'm performing on this podcast.
This is one man that doesn't have to promote anything, I don't think.
No, you know, but he's getting a bit of negative press, so maybe he does.
Over the whole diver thing, the British diver.
Yeah, and like other things. Apparently Tesla is like, you know, days away from being broke or something like that.
When he was quizzed on Twitter about it, obviously because Twitter blew up over the whole thing, he actually said that his behavior was, and I quote, on balance, more good than bad, but there's definitely some bad, so hopefully the good outweighs the bad.
Fair enough.
So, I mean, you know, he's a normal man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, he's a normal man. So.
Then again, the cynic in me is like going, does he have like a PR team who are telling him to write this shit and be like, you're just one of us, man?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. So jaded.
I have another piece of news for you, D.
No way.
Did you know... I actually have a couple of bits here. Did you know that Burger King, so the fast food franchise, Burger King, obviously. We know of it. It's not a real king.
It's not
as
a
we
king.
discussed.
Yeah.
I love how
covered.
it all ties together. Burger King are offering someone in the UK £20,000 to be the first person to try their new crispy chicken burger.
You're going to get paid to try a new burger. I don't
Now,
understand.
when I first read this, I was thinking, this is obviously some kind of just stupid
marketing thing.
Yeah. But it turns out they are severely desperate for public. Like they've openly said, I'm going to read you pretty much. So obviously, Burger King is obviously really well known for their fast food, especially their flame grilled meat. So their red meats, their burgers. Yeah. They have not had a good rap with chicken over the years. Not a great rap with chicken.
Yeah.
So obviously, when it comes down to this here, you know, it divides opinion. This whole new burger that they're bringing into. What?
It's going to take a second to get rid of that heat.
I didn't even notice that. Yeah, I'm just going to take 5 seconds. I just want to drown out the heat that has just come on. I want the audio to be perfect. Perfect. Thank you very much. So Burger King UK CEO Alistair Murdoch admits that the chain's chicken burgers aren't always such a big hit. So he has taken some extreme measures to make sure that the launch of its newest sandwich is the biggest and best yet. The company is offering one lucky person £20,000 to be the first person to taste the new addition to the menu. Even though it sounds too good to be true, the promotion is real and it's just for customers in the UK. Announcing the news, Alistair said, "This may be the most ridiculous thing I've ever done, but I'm offering a real person £20,000 to have a bite of a chicken burger. Why? Well, think about it.
More money than sense, that's why.
Right now, who would A, try and find a Burger King, B, actually walk into one, and C, order something that isn't beef or flame grilled or a Whopper?
Who would actually A, walk into a Burger King?
Oh, I like Burger King.
Holy shit, so do I.
Oh, yeah,
I just see the opportunity. I went for it.
So we have no other option. He went on to, and I quote, "We need you desperately," he says.
He's lying. He's full of shit.
So basically, it's actually a competition that you enter.
Yeah.
So it's a competition you enter, and all you need to do is record yourself taking a video of you pretending to take a bite out of a burger, and then you send it to the judges by sharing it on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, using the hashtag BK20bite or 20bite.
Right. Tell you what I'm gonna do.
Pretend to take a bite out of a burger.
I'm gonna go buy a McDonald's and take a bite out of that.
I thought it'd be good for us to do that. That's good. Can I send that off? Do you have my permission? Do I have your permission? Yeah. Oh, it's good. Is that good? What way you holding your burger?
Like this.
you playing a G chord?
If I do this thing, then I got all my hands is over my fist, so I gotta go. Noodle soup.
So yeah, that's happening. Burger King are extremely desperate for people to try their new chicken sandwich. Apparently.
Let me requote that for you. Burger King are extremely desperate. Next in the news.
I'll wait till you finish drinking. A woman's tongue suddenly grows hairy.
Thank you for
after she's involved in a car crash.
I read about this.
Did you read about this?
Is this the thing where she got a skin graft?
Yes, and apparently whatever it is, yeah. So we don't have to delve into that. That picture's disgusting.
Let's get that up on screen for the folks to know.
Basically, the woman was using this. It's called minoxidil or cycline or something like that. And she stopped using it, prescribed a different antibiotic, and advised to practice good oral hygiene. She stopped. Basically, the condition was caused by changes in the normal bacteria or yeast content in her mouth following the antibiotic cure.
Oh, right. Okay.
And she started growing.
So when she stopped taking this,
it's pretty much her mouth started to like spawn black, pretty much in her tongue. I'm not sure if it was actual hair, but definitely black. It was like black mouth or dirty mouth or whatever.
So grim.
Disgusting. Like, it can be caused though through poor oral hygiene, dry mouth, tobacco, excessive alcohol, eating a soft diet that doesn't help rub dead skin cells from the tongue, or regular use of mouthwash.
Do you use mouthwash?
I do.
Regularly?
No, I use it when I have it, and when it runs out, I'm like, I must buy more, and I never
3
do.
months will go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I see one for like £1, and I'm like, I'll pick that up. I find that mouthwash makes my teeth worse because
you can
Yeah.
Yeah.
It like strips the enamel or something, and then everything is
feel
fucking
it.
sensitive
can
after
feel
that.
it.
I don't like that.
I
yeah.
prefer just take a bit of water and just gargle.
Mm.
Perfect.
But just
But then if you really want that like fresh taste in your
I
mouth,
don't know about that. I think if I brush my teeth thoroughly, I have a good fresh taste in my mouth.
I know my teeth feel good, but normally like down here, down like in your throat, after like you know if you wake up with like a really chesty kind of a cough,
Yeah.
sometimes it's just really nice to clear all that out. Just have lovely freshness right through your
Don't know. What's
esophagus.
do you use a manual toothbrush or an electric toothbrush?
manual. I'm a manual guy.
You're a
Chris.
manual guy. I'm an electric guy. I've moved on to the other.
Have you? Do you notice the benefits? Day in,
Yes.
day out?
Yes, I do. Thoroughly. Squeaky clean. It's not. It's not. They're not squeaky clean.
Could you make your teeth? I'm gonna try.
Sorry.
That was my teeth. That was not Christopher.
I have another little tidbit of news before I get on to just news, Dee, that I don't know whether you've heard, but I'm
Tidbits.
excited to bring it up in podcast. A man was left in agony after his penis
Fell off.
was stung by a stingray while he was swimming in the sea.
That's among the worst of it. That's the worst you can probably.
The man
experience.
was left rolling around in the sand in pain after the animal's barb hooked into his genitals when he
Barb.
crawled back onto the beach in Sanya in China's Hainan province.
Beautiful.
The stingray was still attached. There's a picture of this guy on the beach. There's a stingray between his legs,
Don't
and the
wanna see
barb
that.
is stuck.
Don't wanna see
I
that.
don't have
Don't
the
wanna see
actual.
that.
But the barb is stuck between the guys. I mean, what a horrible way not to go, but
Just a horrible
it's
thing.
just horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could get a stingray anywhere.
Thank you for bringing that up,
Do you remember Steve?
Erwin.
I was gonna say Steve Austin, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Remember him?
He got stung by a stingray.
No, yeah, Steve Irwin.
I still miss him.
So do
Every
I.
time he comes up, I'm like, oh my god, it still feels like fresh,
Yeah,
even though it
I
happened
know.
like so long ago. Now.
I know that was heartbreaking news. The crocodile hunter, killed by a stingray.
Relatively, what do you call them? Like docile. They're not like they don't like. They
They're
don't get
they're not-
aggravated
no,
easy.
No,
Yeah.
no.
You
They're
can swim with them and
massive
all.
though.
Yeah.
They are big creatures.
Yeah. Do you remember we were in Florida and you could pet them and all?
Yeah.
Well, not pet them.
That
but
was
like,
weird. You can put your hand into the tank with them and kind of feel them.
They have a strange texture.
They do. It's like hard slime. Weird.
Yeah, that's kind of exactly what
Yeah,
it is. Yeah,
it's exactly
it's like a
what it is.
rough slime. But I don't know.
One more piece of news for this week.
You got one more piece?
It's not really news. It's just something I noticed, and I'm not sure if you're aware of this. So you like the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I do.
I like the Lord of the Rings.
Yes, you do.
Remember when we said how cool would it be to go to the cinema and watch Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Well, did you know that Lord of the Rings are back showing over the next 3 weeks in Monaghan Omniplex?
I did not know that.
Neither did I.
All three.
All three. This week is the Fellowship, right to Friday. Then the Two Towers starts for 1 week, and then the Return of the King starts for a
We
week.
should-
Extended edition as well.
Oh dear.
No. Come back to me. Come back to me. That's phenomenal. I think that is incredible. I'm definitely going to see the Two Towers.
You're going to make a deal of that?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
100%.
I might.
I was looking up. I literally just stumbled upon it because I went to see when that film The Nun was out. Part of that.
Recently?
Yeah. And I seen this and I was like, Jesus, I had no idea this was happening. I'm going to go and see that.
You have it?
I want to see the Two Towers. It's my favorite of the three. If I didn't get to see Return of the King, it wouldn't sadden me that much. But I want to see Two
I
Towers.
think
in
Return is
theaters.
my favorite. Then Two Towers and Fellowship.
So we're going to have to go to both.
personally.
I think, I don't know whether it's in Max or whether it's in I'd say it'd be standard
Yeah.
screen. Maybe
It would
like
be
their-
nice to get that in like Max. That'd be
Jesus, if that was in Max, like I'd here's any amount of money.
awesome. Take my money.
But yeah, it's there.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I got some film related news for you.
Good, because I'm tired of talking. Why do we do this?
Iconic actor Burt Reynolds has
Mm.
died at the age of 82.
Oh my God. I seen that. And I seen someone on the internet put up R.I.P. Burt Reynolds, you will be missed, and put up a picture of Tom Selleck.
Oh, fuck. I get it though.
I know,
but like,
I know.
God.
And I was like, oh God.
That's
And
just
they got
unfortunate.
so much fucking hate for it. But yes, Burt Reynolds sadly passed away. Only like, what, a night or two ago? was
Yeah,
it?
a couple of days ago. Yeah, the Bandit. I'm smoking
The
the Bandit.
Bandit,
That's all.
indeed.
I'll always remember him.
I
And-
always remember The Longest Yard.
Yeah, Longest Yard, yeah.
Yeah.
good bit. But
yes,
obviously
indeed.
a lot more he's been involved with.
You know who I sort of started following on Instagram?
Who?
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin, actor, singer guy.
Actor. Does he sing? He probably does sing.
I thought he sang.
Star of No Country for Old Men.
No. Who the fuck? Josh Groban. I'm thinking of.
Cable.
Yeah,
from
no, I
Deadpool.
get it now. I'm thinking of Josh Groban.
Who the hell is that?
He's actor / singer guy. Yeah. Josh Brolin. Yeah, is he interesting?
Yeah.
She
He has a very young wife
oh.
who's pregnant
Oh.
at the minute. I think he lives in like
A pit.
a shack, like where he lives in No Country for Old Men, basically.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he pretty much looks like he lives in a trailer in the middle of the desert.
Fair play to him.
Yeah, he seems very humble, very genuine.
Yeah.
Him and
I've experienced that myself, yeah.
him and Ryan Reynolds have a very kind of comedic thing back and forth between the two of
They
them.
look like friends.
Ryan Reynolds also has his own gin company. Did you know this?
Gin.
Like called Aviation Gin, and I'm going to pick up a bottle. It's £23.
It's not bad.
I'm going to pick up. He was on the Jimmy Kimmel show. What do you call that show in America? It's called
The
like
Jimmy Kimmel Show.
It is called the Jimmy Kimmel.
I think
Show?
it's like the Tonight Show with
The
Jimmy
Tonight
Kimmel.
Show. That's what it is. And they were playing. You know that game Plinko?
Yeah.
You drop the thing down, it drops down. And they basically had all these cups lined up. You can find this on YouTube, where you can find this podcast. They had all these cups lined up with like a shot measure of some things were decent and other things were just disgusting, like horseradish and
like
cheese,
chili sauce.
like mixed. What was it, like a grilled cheese sandwich blended up and stuff, and whatever it fell into,
Sounds
they had
good.
to pour the Aviation Gin into and drown it, and then he was going to name it as his next drink. But very good. Check that out actually. With this podcast.
Right after.
But yeah, he has his own gin. So
Fair play
I'm
to him.
going to pick that up.
I mean, I'm sure he's the type
I'm
of guy
not
who
even
has,
a gin drinker.
who has his own a lot of things. Like he has his own gin, probably has his own like clothing brand.
I don't know. I've never
shoe
seen him
brand,
promote his own clothing brand.
production company. They all have production companies these days. All that shit. But yeah, Burt Reynolds is dead.
Oh yeah, getting back to
I was trying
that.
to
God,
get back.
R.I.P. Burt.
Got some other TV news that excites me more so than anything else.
Yep.
I'm sure you'll be kind of interested in this as well. Superman, Henry Cavill. Have you heard this?
Oh, no.
Have you not?
No.
Henry Cavill, who's actually an avid gamer, was not aware of this fact. Did you know this?
No.
Big into his games.
Did
Apparently,
not know.
whenever he got the call from what's his face? What did Superman and Batman versus Superman?
Zack Snyder?
Zack Schneider. Whenever he got the call from him about, you're going to be Superman, and he was expecting this call, he was going to find out, am I going to be Superman or not? Zack Snyder popped up on his phone. He didn't answer because he was in the middle of a raid in World of Warcraft.
You're joking.
Shit. Well, that's what he says. That's what he said in multiple interviews.
Oh my God.
And then he rang him back.
That's like almost, that would be for Henry Cavill. Is it Cavill?
I say Cavill. I'm sure it's
Cavill. For Henry Cavill,
whatever.
that is like probably like the life-changing kind of roles that he
Yeah.
has. Like he's Superman. He's
Superman.
modern day Superman.
You're gonna like that is the definitive role.
You've picked up from Christopher Reeves here. Actually, who was that guy
Phil
that did
Big
Superman Returns?
Brandon. It is something like
Is
that.
it Brandon?
Yeah, I'm so close.
Oh God,
Brandon like Routh or something like that.
that's that
Or maybe
film.
I'm wrong. I'd love
That
to look that
film.
up, but yeah. Anyway, but he's going to be in a new TV show, Chris.
What he's going to do? Is it like a Smallville?
Not really. It's his first TV show since he was in the Tudors way back in 2008 or something like that. Superman is going to be, and initially this annoyed the fuck out of me, but I've kind of come around to it.
Mm-hmm.
The Witcher. Geralt from The Witcher. In the Netflix TV series, Henry Cavill is going to be the main character.
Right.
Are you not entertained?
I am, but I thought I had someone better lined up for that role.
You had?
Yeah.
You personally had?
Me personally.
Yeah.
What do you call
have lined up?
Aquaman?
Oh, yeah,
Jason
Momoa. Yeah.
I thought he would have been great as Geralt.
I mean, probably would have been okay, yeah. I don't think I would have been happy with him either.
No,
both of those kind of like annoy. Well,
Brandon Ruth, you were right. Brandon Ruth played Superman.
shit!
Clark Kent. Yes.
Yes.
Also starred Kate Bosworth and Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor.
That's right.
Terrible, terrible film.
I actually didn't mind it.
What?
I didn't mind it.
I hated it. Yeah.
But yeah,
So
Jason Momoa probably would have been
that's been confirmed that Henry Cavill is going to play.
Geralt.
And is it actually Geralt or
Yeah,
is it
the
right.
lead role? He's been confirmed. I was annoyed with this because I was like,
But I mean, in the actual Witcher TV show, is it following the adventures of
yeah,
Geralt?
it's going to be Geralt.
They should just call it the Adventures of Geralt.
The Witcher, the Adventures of Geralt.
You know, if it doesn't work out, rebrand like we do.
Yeah. I was initially annoyed though because your guy just does not seem like the Witcher.
Fucking spin-off show like that. The
Right
Adventures
up,
of
a
Geralt.
sitcom.
That would be fucking brilliant. Can you imagine that?
No.
Honey, I'm home.
Don't give fucking Hollywood these ideas.
Jennifer, I'm home.
Don't do it.
Oh, that'd be tremendous.
So he's going to dye his hair white, I assume, and that's going to be it. But he's fucking like in he's good shape, obviously being Superman.
I think Jason Momoa's better shape.
Maybe.
Aquaman's
but
a
Jason
beast.
Momoa is like what do you call that? Like, what do you call that? Like dark skin, brown eyes.
Oh, he's like Maui.
Yeah,
Well, not Maui,
yeah.
but he's like he's
Whereas
tribish.
girl is like a fucking ghost.
An albino.
Yeah, he's albino. Like so, they probably could have made it work. But I was initially I didn't like the idea because he seems so American, Henry Cavill. But,
Yeah, right now.
but he's British.
I love Geralt's voice in The Witcher, though.
Yeah.
Who is he voiced by?
Something like teacher or something like that.
Really?
I looked this up once, and
Oh, wow.
he actually went up for the role, but he's pretty old. He's like maybe 50s or something like that, so he didn't get it.
Well, they could have done like an after story, like what happened after.
They may
Witcher
still.
It's a game I still have to play, dude.
But apparently he played the games, read the books, and he loves it. So I'm
well.
happy with that now. I think he'll do it justice.
So he's an avid gamer, so hopefully he will bring to that. Well, I mean, I heard that with Fassbender. Apparently, he was a big fan of Assassin's Creed.
Was just nothing.
If you're a big fan of Assassin's Creed, you don't let a movie like that be made.
Yeah, you walk away. You walk away.
You have enough money, walk away. You don't spend 3 hours.
I say these things. I still haven't seen it.
3 hours of a movie, and you spend like 45 minutes, in like in Spain and the rest and the animals. You don't do that.
That's bad.
That's
bad. Have you seen it?
No. No.
Well, trust me, it's bad. Okay.
I've heard enough.
I think I don't have much more news. Although BoJack Horseman season 5 comes out on the 14th of September.
I have watched.
should all watch that.
Finally, get around to watching Rick and Morty.
Good.
Season 1. I'll talk about that later on when we can.
Good.
But no, I think I'm pretty read up. That is this week's news in a nutshell, guys.
Yeah. That's this week. Another big piece of news.
Dublin won the All Ireland.
So they did.
Yeah.
So they did.
Did you watch the final?
I did.
I did not.
I enjoyed the first 20 minutes and the last 10 minutes.
I watched the Formula 1 instead.
Did you? Was it good?
I enjoyed the first 10 minutes and the last 10 minutes.
Fair enough. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Dublin won the Ireland and also Primark burnt down.
Okay, that's right. We forgot about Primark burnt down.
Primark burnt to the ground.
Do you know it was a £30 million investment, that whole
that bank building?
Like they had redone the whole, like I was just there.
Yeah, I know,
like,
right?
I was in that, like when it burnt down, I was in it like the previous weekend, and I was like,
could have been me.
To be fair, I didn't like it because they've done this
busy
thing where you have to walk through every department to get to the lifts to go up further. Of course, the men's clothing is like up near the highest. So I got to walk through the lingerie and the kids, and not that I minded. But yeah, I didn't like it.
For those of you who
I
don't
didn't
know,
burn it down.
For those of you who don't know, by the way, Primark is like a big
pennies. It's like Macy's in America.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, no, they have pennies in America now.
Do they?
Yeah.
See,
they have Primark. It's expanding.
They just don't have it in Belfast anymore.
No. Like, when is it going to come back? Where is it going to come to?
4 months. They're keeping it cordoned up around that entire area for 4 months. They're hoping to get the businesses, because it's not just them. There's a Tesco beside it and a McDonald's and like.
But the Tesco
and other places.
Did they all burn?
No. But because of the structural integrity of the building beside it, they can't let people.
Was there any confirmation as to how the fire started? Now I heard rumors that a blowtorch.
Yeah.
Now is that true?
It definitely came from people, electricians or something working.
If a blowtorch is on the roof, how does the fire get inside?
Just because it catches up on the roof, Chris, and it just burns.
Blowtorch, like it wouldn't like concrete. You know what I mean?
I know, yeah, but it would be other shit like.
But Jesus, like you think pennies, like it's full of clothes that literally go up like that.
Yeah, they're basically plastic.
Oh, wow. I remember that day, and I seen like a picture, and it was like, oh, Penny's roof is on fire. And then like an hour later, like the whole building was just
all the floors fell in on top of each other.
Oh my god,
so bad.
I take it everybody got out okay. Yeah,
there was no. Yeah, I don't think there's any casualties. Some people had to go for like smoke inhalation and all that.
Speaking of casualties, we are actually coming up to this week will be the 9/11 memorial again.
Right enough. How many years has it been?
2001, 17 years.
17 years.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's some interesting documentaries on. I've seen that I'll probably watch Monday.
Plenty of truthers about.
Yeah. So
all that there stuff.
It was an inside job. Yeah. But yeah, I always like that time of year, not in a bad way, but because it's such a big piece of history that I got to live through.
Yeah. And this makes you step back and think, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Every year.
I was just there.
It could have been me.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Empty Promise podcast. Remember, you can find this podcast and all of our previous podcasts now. Get ready for this, because we have done so well for you. You can find this podcast on YouTube.
You never could before. You never could do it.
The video version, of course. If the video version is not good for you, or you want to take us with you on the go, in your car, wherever you want to listen to podcasts, you can find in the bath. That's still a thing that happens. actually want to talk about that a little bit. You can now find us on iTunes, of course, for all you Apple users, you Apple fanatics. You can find us at Stitcher, where you could before. You can find us on Podcast Addict, the Android podcast service. Or you can find us, drumroll, all 57 episodes to date, and this one, on SoundCloud. Yes, we paid for the annual membership. We have it all. It's all there. Go relive the moments. Get that like. Do people like stuff?
I don't know.
I think it's
Listen,
a heart. There's
heart
a
it.
heart.
And follow us.
And follow us. That would be tremendous. We're
get
on
up there.
SoundCloud, guys. It's all there. We could not make it any easier. Google Podcast as well.
Yep.
So easy to find us now. We're making this very, very accessible. We're stepping into the 21st century. Get ready. Here we come. A word on podcast in the bath and shower and stuff like that there.
A word.
Do you ever find it? Do you listen when you go for a shower? Do you listen to music or anything?
Not really. No.
You're just an in-out kind of guy.
Kinda, yeah.
Then this is a moo point. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Well, what is your point?
I was
All
just
the
thinking
same.
because I was listening to. So the way my shower is kind of set up, the shower is obviously in the corner of the room.
Yep.
And the window is like a good 2-3 feet at the other. And I set my phone there because it's I get good data and I can stream music from Spotify or whatever. And I was listening to It's Obvious podcast, and
What happened, Chris?
I don't know. I heard something and I went to get out of the shower to reach out, but it's a good distance away. Put my foot down the tile floor.
Uh-oh.
Nearly killed myself.
Yeah.
I just fell, and then I just got back in, and I was like, I was just there. But don't do that. That was my word of advice.
Don't do that.
Baths are so much safer. You can
Are
have
they?
it on the side of the bath.
And it
You
just
don't-
slips in.
Well, get yourself a waterproof phone,
There you go.
yeah, or a case,
One of them, yeah. and
or a
then
tablet, a TV in your bathroom, whatever.
You're not
suits.
supposed to do any of that though, because
It's
the
falling into
moisture.
the bath. Oh yeah.
You know, that's why. That is why you will not normally find a plug in the bathroom or a socket, because I know you hit that
Really?
in the bathroom. And also, that's why you have the clicky. The
There's a
string.
room. Has anybody ever invented a non-moisture attracting plug socket?
They have.
Have they?
You know, the ones you use for shavers.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay.
Or maybe they're just like low
Okay.
current or some shit.
Damn
I don't know.
Damn it. Right.
That's why.
Well,
And that's why you don't have the switch
D, it's finally here.
neither.
We are, of course, we've stepped away from the whole Exit Gaming
Podcast.
thing, but of course we are, the gaming will always be a massive part of what we do. And of course, this week's main topic obviously has to revolve around the absolute storm that has been the release of Spiderman on the what?
That was concise. I love it.
So people can find us. Spider-Man on the PS4. Insomniac's latest.
Game.
I was going to say throw at Spider-Man, but okay.
They never did it
Game.
before, did they?
No,
This is
but
their
I mean,
first-
this is the latest Spider-Man game.
Yeah,
That's all I
Spider-Man.
meant. It released yesterday, the PS4 exclusive. Massive game. Considered one of the games of the year already. I myself, my copy is sitting on the shelf unopened, still in the wrapper because I've been working. I'm going to install it now after the podcast. I might play a little bit tonight.
Yep.
I'm working in the morning, so I'll play it tomorrow evening. And then,
You get your time in.
but I know a few things about it. I'm ready to talk about it. Let's jump into this. You've played it.
I have played it. I've
How
played
is it?
5 or 6 hours of it now.
Oh, already.
It is a very, very good game.
Is it?
It is.
Right.
Do you remember? Do you remember?
Do you
I
remember?
used to always say, if this was Batman Arkham with Spider-Man,
Yeah.
I'd buy it.
Yeah.
It's Batman Arkham with Spider-Man,
Yeah.
but with awesome swinging mechanics.
Yes. Let's talk about that.
That's,
Right.
that's what this game is. Right
where
here.
do you want to start with this?
I don't know. Do you want let's start with the negatives first, because there's been like a bunch of yapping about the visual downgrade.
Yes,
Of
I'd seen
the-
that before. So obviously we've seen the gameplay trailers and we've seen some gameplay and stuff at E3. Would that be right?
Yeah.
And then obviously they released. Did they release still images or did they release?
No, there was like a trailer or something. or
and
like-
obviously the noticeable differences between graphics from one to the other was. It was quite a jump, I
Well,
think.
people
From
thought
the
it
two,
was.
people thought it was. Obviously, that stuff happens. At E3, that's about showcasing your game.
Pretty
You
much.
have to show the absolute best, And
It's just really interesting as well, because a lot of people have just came out and said like, actually no, it's not any worse. It's just different lighting and it's different, like it's a different time of day and all. I think it's more interesting that people are arguing about whether it's a downgrade or not. Because when you actually play the game, not for 1 second, you're going, I wish it could have looked better.
Really?
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, okay,
you know,
of course.
there are moments when I was playing, and I was thinking like, that kind of looks like the suit kind of looks, what do you call it, cell shaded, if you know what I mean? Like almost like there's a black outline around them.
Yeah.
But like that's every game has something like that.
Of course.
It's not photorealistic.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
This game looks fucking fantastic. Like,
I mean, from the screenshots and stuff I've seen of just like Spider-Man perched like on top of a building or stuff like that around New York City. I mean, the city looks fantastic.
the city is really good.
Yeah,
The city is really, really pretty.
nice. I mean, does the game just throw you straight into the city?
Pretty much, yeah. The city is completely. You can go anywhere in the city right off the bat.
Okay.
Or so I believe, because I was swinging around in areas like it's like that whole mini map thing where you have to like go to towers to unlock the map.
I like that a lot because it gives you something. I like that.
Well, yeah, but you can also just swing through.
Yeah,
the
you
city,
can just swing through the city.
And your map won't show you anywhere
Yeah.
because it doesn't know where you are, but you're just swinging about. It's fine.
What are the swing mechanics like?
Really good. Really clever. Smart.
Are they like the? Remember this is going back. Remember the PS2 Spider-Man 2?
Spider-Man 2. Yeah, exactly like that.
Yeah.
Exactly like that.
Because it just felt like you had so much kind of speed and, you know, it just worked so well.
It was all about like momentum, going like dipping down and
then
jumping off. Yeah. That's a big part of it. That's exactly what they went for.
Good.
The swinging is like the highlight for me.
Yeah.
I mean, the swinging is really, really good, but it kind of needed to be really, really good. Yeah, Spider-Man.
It's your main way of travel.
Yeah, it has to be fucking good.
Yeah.
But then the combat is also really good.
Is the combat just an exact clone of?
It's so close. Yeah, it's so similar.
Now I was talking to Jim Sinker, about this. He talked to me a little bit about it. He said if he has to, and he said he has to be a little bit nitpicky, and it's the only nitpick you can find with the game so far.
Yeah.
Is that they've changed
the counter button
from triangle to circle.
Oh my god, I couldn't agree more.
You see, I don't think I will find this because I never really played the Arkham games.
Batman.
Yeah.
Christopher, this will give you an idea of how similar it is to the Batman games. When I'm playing it, it's so easy to get into because it's so similar to Batman.
Yeah.
But because they switched those buttons, so in the Batman games, it's triangle or Y or whatever is the counter button. Right?
Yeah.
And in Spider-Man, it's O. Right? So it's just they've moved it down one, right? Yeah. Shouldn't be no big deal. But because everyone is so familiar with Batman and they kind of like reinvented this kind of combat mechanic, and this is so similar to it, I'm just pressing triangle just out of force of habit.
And what does triangle do?
Muscle memory. What does it do? It you would
like grab somewhere.
Yeah, you'd swing a web and like
that's
jump
the
over
exact
to someone.
that's the exact same controls as the PS1 Spider-Man. Probably PS2 if I remember. Triangle was always use your web and like, you know, do something cool with the web.
Yeah,
pull a person towards you.
That's what triangle will do. Yeah. But I mean, you can, but it's fine because you can remap the buttons. I'm nearly certain. I seen you can make O to triangle and switch it. That'll be fine. I didn't do it because I want to try and just like do these mechanics. That's just the way they are. Help differentiate it between this and Batman anyway. But it is so similar, and that's kind of like proof of that fact. Is like you're playing the game and you're just hitting triangle because that's the button to counter in Batman, and this is how similar it is. It copies a lot, takes all the good parts, can't blame them for copying. I'm glad they did it because it makes it a much better combat system. You have gadgets as well, and you have about the same number of gadgets.
I've seen one of the big things, obviously, I've seen so far is a lot of people taking selfies.
Yeah, there's a photo mode.
Yeah. Is it well done?
Yeah, it's well done. Yeah.
Have you fast traveled in the game?
I have.
Apparently, they've done that very well. It's not just a simple case of fast traveling.
It's fast travel. Mm-hmm. It's what it is. But whenever it happened for me, it was fucking very funny. It's Peter Parker on the subway. Or Spider-Man on the subway. Just scrolling through his phone.
That's actually
fully suited.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's good. The parts where it shine, where it shines is in the characters. This is what Sony do. No surprise there. Insomniac did a good job. Peter is nice. You like him. He's a likable guy. Spider-Man is funny, witty, on the point, sharp as a tack. When you're fighting like baddies, like he'll just be like, making little quiffs and jokes, one-liners.
Little one-liners,
exactly what you'd expect from a Spider-Man game. You know what I mean? So that's exactly what they need to do. And then all the gameplay, the mechanics is all solid right behind that. The swinging just feels fun. And it's not, it's like, you know, it goes by real life physics. So like you can't just like swing a web where there's no buildings. You have to have a building.
Yeah.
A point to
it's not
connect
like
to.
the old Spider-Man games where webs are just attaching to thin air and away we go. Okay.
But that's better for me because I always like Spider-Man 2 because you couldn't just like swing.
Just
you had
swing.
To
there has to be something there.
You had to use the
course.
environment.
Yeah.
And they've kind of got rid of one of the parts that I always struggled with in the older Spider-Man games, which is like if you're swinging, and so you go up over a building, and like you're not like in a street anymore, so you're kind of like above the buildings. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like you have to land and run, and then jump off a ledge again to get going. Yeah. In this, they've done a really cool thing, really simple, where you just kind of like you'll fire 2 webs and pull yourself towards a ledge, and then you'll do like a little jump. You press X at the right moment, you give yourself a little boost off.
What are the controls like? Because it seems like there's going to be an awful lot of buttons, you know, at certain times to do certain things.
Fairly simple.
Yeah.
R2 is swing.
Yeah.
So he'll just swing as long as you're holding R2, and then X is jump off the end of a swing if you want to do that.
I can get down with that.
Yeah, and that's it. Like just jump and swing is the primary thing you're going to be doing. You can free run by holding R2 as well. So if you can't swing off anything, he'll start like hopping, and so you're never slow down.
Have you done any like climbing on buildings? You know.
Yeah, I mean, he climbs like he wall crawls really slowly, so you have to sprint up the walls, which looks cool too.
Okay,
but
fair enough.
It's great.
Have you done much of the actual missions or quests or whatever, isn't it? Yeah,
done a fair bit. Like, there's a story there. There's definitely something building. I haven't gotten to the point, I guess, yet. But it's good. As I say, the characters are really good. Mary Jane Watson is in it. MJ makes an appearance. And that's part of like a story-based mission.
Is she going to be a big role in this game?
I think so.
I think so.
Because you play as her. Quite briefly.
Okay. Oh, what?
You play as her.
You play as her?
Yeah. You play as her for like kind of like a flashback sequence. It's good.
Okay.
But yeah, she's like a real person as well, and Peter's a real person, and I think you meet Aunt May, and there's like a police contact they have.
What about Uncle Ben?
I haven't seen him yet. I think they're saving him for later as a tease.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
Uncle Ben.
All I can say, Chris, is it's a really fucking good game.
Yeah.
And you'll enjoy it.
Good. I can't wait to
get back into it.
Yeah, I can't wait to get into it as well. That's obviously now what do you think what are your opinions on it being classed as, where do you stand as, okay.
Here we go.
So you've played 5 hours of it.
Yep.
Your first 5 hours of God of War.
Well,
better or worse?
You know, with me,
better
it took me a while to get into God of War.
Well, that's very, okay, well, as a game, do you think this has potential to be better than God of War, or do you think God of War is, you know, still outshining as one of the games of the year?
I think when I finish this game, when I set the controller down after this game, I'm going to say that God of War was the better game. But this game is so fun.
Yeah.
Whereas God of War kind of like, it takes time to appreciate what you're doing, like, and just how good it is.
I know it's kind of a stupid question to throw at you. You've only played a couple hours of the game and whatnot, but I've seen it thrown around on Instagram already, you know, polls and stuff, which is better and all this. And I'm just kind of thinking, you know, am I going to be going through this, comparing this game, going, it's good, but it's not a good game. Obviously, it's 2 different games, but is it as good as God of War? Does it have potential, you know, to run alongside of this Game of the Year contender, you know? Or is it just one of these games where Insomniac have made it, it's another Ratchet and Clank, it's fun, it's easy, accessible?
I think, I don't know where the story is going to go, right? So that's going to be a big part of it. But God of War had like fucking awesome gameplay mechanics as well, right? The axe.
That Leviathan axe.
Yeah, like just the combat in that was fucking great. And it was kind of like this open world thing, so the world looked brilliant as well. Mm-hmm. You know, Spider-Man's open world, it's almost too big.
Yeah.
You know, because you can't appreciate how beautiful it is.
Yeah, God of War was open but confined at the same time.
Yeah,
you know?
so you can see all these cool little things. Every area had something new. You're like, wow, that's really cool. This is like, it's a city, so there's more buildings. Like, there's a couple of icons, you know what I mean? I think this game is going to be a lot more fun initially, but by the end, I'm going to be going like, that was a really fun Spider-Man game, really fun comic book.
But in terms of it
game.
Being the game of the year, God of War still like.
I think God of War is going to.
Right.
God of War has to take it. Like, let's be honest here.
I think it's a stupid question to ask. I just wanted to pose it to you just because.
Put it this way, I'd say God of War is a 10.
Right.
Or
would you class God of War as
9.5 anyway.
Yeah.
It's really fucking
I would
good.
class God of War as probably like a like an 8.59.
Really?
Like, and I don't think of 8.5 as low. I'm just saying that, like, 9.5 has to be like what I'm hoping, like The Last of Us 2 or not even Red Dead, because I don't like
It's your best game.
but it's like it's the, it's like wow.
Well, okay, I'm gonna say 9.5 for God of War anyway. Because
Okay, of course,
astounded
of
by
course.
it by the end.
Yeah.
This will be about maybe an 8.5 or a 9. It's gonna be. It's a really good game.
I mean, it got nothing but great reviews so far.
It's sitting. I checked it.
Metacritic is sitting what, 80s? Is it?
87, 86, 87. So high 80s, 90s. Like
so
that's
it's like a Horizon banded game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really good game.
But not if you're James Singer. He really doesn't like that game.
He needs to try it.
Do
you know what it is though? I played like maybe 10 hours of it. No, I've played about 8
Horizon?
hours of it. Yeah. I don't think I'm ever going to go back to it.
I'm
sorry.
I don't want to hear that.
There's no time, Chris.
Don't hear
There's no time. I gotta do Spider-Man, then I gotta do Tomb Raider, then I gotta do.
Oh, that's right. We'll talk about that in just a moment. So far, Spider-Man exceeding expectations, meeting expectations. Good.
Because I had very high expectations.
Good.
Particularly about the web swinging.
On a scale of 1 to 10. So far, where would you class it? So far, if you only played 5 hours, first 5 hours.
I'm gonna give it an 8, Chris. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Okay.
There was a bit at the start where it was like, I have no idea who was behind this decision, but like it starts you off web slinging, you take down Fisk, who's like a big baddie, you take him down, and then you wind up back at the lab and you do a fucking mini game. Do you remember in BioShock where you're hacking and you're like directing water through?
No. If there's any of that, I swear to God. That's the one thing that has thrown me off BioShock and going back to BioShock.
Is that mechanic?
I hate that so much, man.
I don't know why they did it. I don't know why
Fries my head, and it's because I'm no good at it. I like being good at things.
There's something very similar to that, and I was like, why am I doing this right now? Like,
and do you have to do it?
Yeah. It doesn't take long. It takes about 10 minutes. Like, but I'm just like,
leave Spider-Man in its case and
get past that.
Tell me this: so Spider-Man? Obviously, they released that game. It released maybe a steelbook, a special edition, and then obviously the console.
Yeah,
the Spider-Man console. Is that Spider-Man console a PS4 Pro or just PS4?
Not here. I haven't seen the Pro like that yet. Maybe in the States.
Because I know in Australia it's not.
No, I haven't seen it here. The only one I've seen here is the PS4 1 terabyte.
Another bit of news as well. Sorry that we didn't pick up on. Did you see the PlayStation 500 million exclusive console that they released?
No.
Do you know? So PlayStation officially hit a couple of months ago. 500 million units they've sold, which is
500 mil.
Crazy. And they released a special console. I think there might have only been like maybe 500,000 of them made or something all over the world. It's a very nice console, to be fair. People are going mad over it. The console is very nice. The controller is very nice. That's just a bit of news that was there.
PlayStation 2 has finally stopped support. So you can't get your PS2 fixed anymore if it breaks. After 18 years.
My God. Well, I still have one working one, and I'm pretty sure that one still works.
Yeah.
There's no reason why it shouldn't work.
But if it does break now, you have to go find someone to fix it for you. They won't do it for you anymore.
Yeah. Right. Well, there we go. So Spider-Man, Insomniac's swan song. No, it's not swan song. No. Insomniac's version.
They're already been asked if they're going to do the sequel.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, I don't even know because Insomniac do like so many different things. I can't imagine them just doing like Spider-Man.
Just Spider-Man. And they're working. Is Insomniac doing Spyro?
No, they made Spyro back in the day, but
that's right. They made Spyro, but it's Toys for Bob, isn't it? And
they haven't a clue actually. They're getting remastered by somebody.
They did Crash, that Toys for Bob. So
probably them. So
yeah. But anyway, there we go. That is the end of the game discussion.
That is Spider-Man in a nutshell. I'd go bad. Go bad. Buy the game. It's a good game.
Buy that game. That ends at D. Before we go into kind of what we've been getting up to over the weeks and stuff, you got any quotes in your head? What? This is so new.
You don't have any quotes.
No, I just thought that the Noah's Ark of Food was a nice little segment that we did to kind of break up the show a wee while ago. That if we had something else that we kind of run with, so I posed a D. Let's just start talking some film quotes, because when we're together, or for Shawnee Mac or Sink or Frank, we're always kind of just throwing out either movie quotes, TV quotes, or something
relentlessly
like that.
coming
So I
out
was
with
just
quotes.
like, if you've got something good, maybe the quote of the week or QOTW or something like that, you know.
QOTW. I don't know.
Have you heard anything, you know, good this week?
I heard a couple of good insults the other day.
Yeah, well, head us up with one of those. That will be our quote of the week.
I don't know if I should actually.
Oh, okay. Maybe
I don't
not.
think it would be the best one to say.
Oh.
But that's all I can think of right now. It's a grim one.
I had a very, very good quote from a movie I watched recently. The little movie I watched was Interstellar.
Ah, awesome film.
And I cannot think of the quote. I will butcher it if I do. It's McConaughey, obviously, and it's something about dreaming about being up there instead of being in dust or something like that.
We used to look up to we used to look up to the sky and dream of being among the stars. Now we just look at the ground and think of our place in the dirt.
Ah, that's the one right there.
Something like that.
That's a
isn't it?
phenomenal quote. Yes, well
I remember
done.
watching that like not so long ago, maybe last year, and just
Yeah.
like being floored by that because I never noticed it the first time.
Oh, I did. I
And
noticed. I was like, oh.
Tried to do a McConaughey impression there as well.
Lord McConaughey. We worship him in the studio.
Oh, fucking right.
Yeah. We should get a big face of him and Nick Cage, the two greatest actors of all time.
Have they ever done a film together? Them two. 'Cause we should make it happen. Boy, we need to make it happen.
Boy. I was going to say, can we get quickly right now in the next minute, so the next 60 seconds dedicated, getting from Matthew McConaughey to Nicolas Cage through different actors and actresses that they started with.
Okay, no. Matthew McConaughey.
So just think of a movie. Matthew McConaughey, Michael Caine. Has Michael Caine been in a film with Nick Cage? No, he's been in a film with DiCaprio. Inception. Has DiCaprio been in a film with Nick Cage? No. DiCaprio has been in a film with Brad Pitt.
Probably.
What? Think of a film. Think of a film. So what I say? I need to get from DiCaprio to either George Clooney or Brad Pitt. Get me there and I can take us home. Get me there and I can take us home. DiCaprio.
DiCaprio was in. Don't have it.
Oh, I can get it.
DiCaprio was in Titanic. Kate Winslet was in Titanic.
I can get us there.
And she was also in.
I can get us there, right? So
You can't do it.
no, I can. Matthew McConaughey was in Interstellar.
Yeah.
Matt Damon was in Interstellar.
Yep.
Matt Damon was also in Ocean's 11.
There you go.
Ocean's 11 was with George Clooney.
Yep.
George Clooney was with Brad Pitt in Burn After Reading, who was with John Malkovich, who was also with Nick Cage in Con Air.
Nice.
There's your connection.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
You could have got rid of Clooney though, because Brad Pitt is also in Ocean's 11.
Oh, so he is. Right. No, how did I forget that?
Don't know,
He's
guys.
always eating. I love that guy. But there we go. That was good. I enjoyed that. Thank you.
That was good.
That was
I'm
good.
impressed you got that because my mind was blanking.
Shawnee Mack is now sitting at home just screaming
Yeah,
at the
he's like,
television.
oh, it's so simple. And
Or
it's
wherever
not
he-
Shawnee.
It's not Sean.
Here, Sean, here's something for you that I did. I climbed Cave Hill.
Did you?
I did. Are we on our weeks yet?
Let's go to our weeks. Yeah, I think we're looking over here. People are like, don't tell them what we're looking at.
We got our guy over there telling us
This
what's
is our
next.
little segment we like to call Personal with the Podcast.
Yes,
Who wrote that there?
I don't know. It was not me, for sure, because that's an awful title.
It's pretty much our weeks, what we've been getting up to. What have you been getting up to? Let me know. 01199 text us, let us know. Here is the latest. Ba, 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 ba. I wish we had a radio station, dude. I really wish.
Someday, Chris.
Pirate radio. We should fucking
We should
pirate
do it.
radio.
You don't
I'd
even
love
need
it.
to do it anymore. You literally go online, just type it in a website, and you can get it.
You're joking.
Oh, I'm serious. Serious as a heart attack.
We are doing that 100%, D.
Fair enough.
A pirate radio station.
Excite Pirate Radio.
No, not Excite Pirate Radio, just Empty Promise podcast
Radio.
Pirate Radio. What do you get up to? What have you been getting up to?
I climbed Cave Hill.
How was that?
It was brutal
Was it?
and daring and dashing and rewarding.
Oh, good.
It was grand.
How was it?
It was good.
Good. Did you climb it on a good day or a bad day?
Both. An Irish day, Chris.
Oh, an Irish summer day.
It was sleet going up the hill. It was fucking sun going down it.
So, Cave Hill, Belfast, how big is the climb?
It's pretty. It's steep. It's very steep in parts. Very steep in parts, but it's all paths, so it's not difficult, right? Necessarily. You do maybe have to take a couple of rests, whatever. It's fine. But it's lovely walking up.
Lovely.
Kind of takes you on like kind of winding path. Belfast Castle's up there as well. It's nice.
Nice.
But Chris, this is the part that really got me, and I never knew this or realized this
Here's
before.
the kicker.
Here is the kicker. It is a cliff face, like.
Is it?
It is a cliff face. You get up to the top of the hill, and then there's this like little fort.
Yeah.
Not like an olden time fort, basically a round mound.
Okay.
Them like the fort, like the fort in
Yeah.
Derry News Fort.
Yeah.
One
So
of
it's
those
pretty
things.
much just a.
A round enclosure.
Okay. Perfect.
But it's really it's higher up again, right? And you can go up onto that. And when you're up on it, you go over to the edge, and it is just a sheer cliff face.
Seriously.
Yeah.
How big would the drop be?
I don't know. I'm very bad at approximating like height.
Like, would it be the height of this house?
Oh, 4 or 5 times that.
Very easily done.
No, it's
4 or 5 times the height of your
Well,
house.
like what is that in like meters?
Well,
Couldn't
that
have it.
house is about.
See, I can't. do
That
these
house is
things.
about 20 meters. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's
Couldn't
20
be.
meters.
Couldn't be 20 meters.
2 meters is a door frame.
That's it. That's it.
So 2 meters is a door frame with an extra foot between floors. That's 2, 4, 6, 7. Say 8 meters. Say 9.5 meters.
9.5 meters. We're 4 or 5 times that.
9,
50 odd meters.
36.
I'm going up.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
50 odd meters, we'll say. It's high anyway. It's high enough that you fell, you'd probably die.
150 feet.
You gotta be kidding me.
That's some cliff.
But it's fucking dead. It's really, really cool. And there's
Was
no
it-
railings or nothing. You
Was it
just
sunny on
fucking-
your way up or sunny at the top?
It was sunny at the top.
Nice.
So it worked out
That's
quite
kind of the way
nicely.
you want
And then
it
it was
to be.
lashing when we came back down.
Oh, Jesus.
Not sure, what are you going to do?
Is there any food at Cave Hill?
Well, I mean, Belfast Castle has a cafe. Yeah. So you can go in there after.
Was it busy? Is it a tourist attraction?
It is.
Do you
quite
have to
busy.
pay?
No.
Do you recommend it?
It's free.
Good.
You do not have to pay. I would recommend it. Sean McLaughlin
Did
walks
you get
up at
food
Police
at Belfast
Over
Castle
every day. Did
He
not.
walks up it just for the
fucking-
morning
for
cardio.
shits and
like, you
giggles,
know,
eh?
yeah.
People are running it like it's not a difficult
I hate people.
path.
Yeah.
It's just steep in parts. So
Okay,
like,
fair
take
enough.
risks. It was fun. I did like a bunch of stuff. I drove way up the coast
Did
as well.
so much stuff. Did you?
Yeah, it's loads of cliffs up there
Up
too.
the Antrim coast, would you
Yeah.
say? Yeah. Up Port Rush up that way?
Not that far.
Oh,
Yeah.
Port Rush is supposed to be great. I know Sinker goes to Port Rush quite a bit.
Oh, does he?
Mm.
Oh, does he now?
He,
Very
he has business up there. No, he doesn't. He just goes up, I think.
Seen a man about a dog.
I've never been.
You should go, Chris.
Should go.
You know where else you should go?
So much I should do.
You know where else you should go?
Where?
Cosmos in Belfast.
Right. Okay. This is the conversation I've been waiting 58 episodes for. Right.
Here we go.
What's it like? I've heard so many mixed things about Cosmos Day, and we have found it so hard to get in time and time again.
Yeah, you have to book
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I did not have a good initial impression.
Right.
Walked in and it was bummed. We'd already booked, so we should have been grand. And they said like, "Oh yeah, gonna head up whenever our time was there." Grand. Came upstairs and it was like here's how I described it: cattle being herded.
Oh.
It's like up the stairs. We got 2. Yeah, you 2 come with me. You 2. Oh yeah, you 2 follow. Let's go. And they were like over here, weaving through fucking chairs and seats and all. And they got us into a seat at the back, and it's kind of like, what the fuck? And then it was, eventually they came over and like, what drinks do you want? We're like, what? Do you know how it works here? Yeah, sort of. I was just like, what is going on here?
It's a buffet,
I
man.
need better service than this.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
But then I settled down. Everything was good. Got my bottomless glass, so I got like multiple drinks of Coke, and it was good.
Nice.
I got settled.
Nice.
Then I went up for the food.
Okay.
I had the best meal ever.
Okay. Tell me, because I know
Once.
this is just not going to be I have pizza or Chinese. You have pizza and Chinese. What do you have?
I did not have pizza
Oh.
because the pizza didn't look great. Hey,
Right.
it didn't look terrible. The whole Western food section didn't look great. They had mash and like roast beef and turkey and stuff. I was just like, oh, I'm like, didn't want any of that. The Chinese stuff was fucking awesome though.
Brilliant.
Chili chips, solid chili
Oh,
chicken,
yeah.
honey glazed pork.
Okay.
Holy fuck, that's amazing.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Okay.
Holy shit, I love that stuff.
I'm not a big fan of pork.
No,
in
neither am I.
general, bar bacon.
But this didn't taste. This is so sweet. It was so good. It was so good, Chris.
Very good.
One of my favorite meals ever.
Right. Dear.
It
Expense-wise?
came out at like £16, I think.
£16 each.
Yeah.
That's not bad. I suppose.
not
It's
bad.
all you can eat though.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, for sure. You keep going and going and going. There's loads of desserts as well.
What do you have for dessert?
I had a couple of different types of chocolate cake.
How many different types of chocolate cake is there?
There was like chocolate fudge. There was chocolate chip.
There was double chocolate fudge, double chocolate chip.
No, there was like, and then there was like gâteau.
Oh,
And then there was double fudge gâteau. There was actually lots of varieties. And I had some ice cream. Lots of ice cream. Oh, fuck, it was good, bye.
Yeah.
It was decent.
Nice.
was
Excellent. So £16 Cosmos. I never think of Cosmos. If I go to Belfast, I go TGI's is always first on our list.
It's right there as well.
Big fan of TGI's. Have you been to that there Wagamama?
No, we were talking about
Apparently it's very, very good.
it. Is it?
I was talking to my barber, the main man, Gavin Moore, which, by the way, if for whatever reason he's listening to this, there's another main man, and I want to know if he franchised or if it's just a thing that happened. Where is it in?
Fuck, where was it in? Antrim.
Bally.
What the fuck is it called? Why can't I think of this?
Antrim. Where Liam Neeson's from.
Hi. Ballymena. Hey.
Ballymena. There's
What's
a main
up there in
man.
Ballymena?
There's a main man barbers in Ballymena, and we want to know basically: did you steal the idea? Did they steal your idea? Who was open first? Who's the rights? That's it. But yeah, he highly recommends Wagamama.
Wagamama. What's in Wagamama again?
It's like it's like ramen and all that kind of food.
I don't think I heard a very good report about it.
I
got free beer at once, though.
He raves about it. So
I got free beer from them once.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where were they at? Like a convention or something?
No, it was like they were doing like a big special seal night at Victoria Square.
Oh, right.
And they were giving out free pints. I took it.
Excellent.
I took it.
As you do.
And I don't regret it.
Brilliant.
To this day.
Excellent. Well done.
To this day, Crystal.
Do you have anything else?
I want to see a couple of films. Seen Black Klansman. That's something that recently really...
Black what?
Black Klansman.
Never
it's
heard
about a black detective in like the 70s in America.
Oh.
Who
Tough
infiltrates the KKK.
Holy shit.
As a black man.
True story?
True story, yeah.
Good film?
A really good film. Highly, highly, highly recommended. Highly recommended. Hey.
What else do you see?
I forget. I feel like I've been there recently.
It's really not what we need. I kind of told you to write this down.
Kind of fucked up there.
Like that's why we had the pens, Dave.
We got pens, Chris, but we got no paper.
Nope. I know. Vicious circle. Vicious circle. What else you get up to? Come on.
And that is you have to.
Right. What have I get up to?
That's a good question. You can't get
nothing. I have had. So how
that.
long have we been not doing this for?
But 3 weeks.
The last time, had I been to Belfast the last time? I went to Belfast again. Bought a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Bought a lot of movies. Yeah, I haven't been. We haven't been talking from this.
No, Chris. What do you buy?
Went to Belfast right before Primark, obviously burnt to the ground. Bought a load of Blu-rays and HMV. Had a very good shopping day. Went to Penny's when it was still open.
May it rest in peace.
R.I.P. Penny's. We keep calling it Penny's.
I know.
Do people call it Penny's?
Yeah, it's about 50-50. I think
50-50. Went to Tim Horton Here's a Who.
Oh yes.
It was very good. Went to TGI Fridays, had a delicious
meal.
What did I have?
What did you have?
Burger. I had a double. I had the bacon cheeseburger, and I added an extra patty to it.
You crazy motherfucker.
Yeah, I love meat. So much so. Did you see the size of my T-bone steak?
Yes.
Holy guacamole, D. That thing was enormous. So I wanted a really good steak, and I've been asking around for, just recommendations on butchers and stuff. A couple of people at work saying go to the Meat Cleaver in Portadown. Apparently they do really good meat. Guaranteed to get a sirloin. Came to the day and I was just like, you know what? I don't want to go to the Meat Cleaver. I was like, we'll just go to Armagh. We'll find a good steak in there. Jesus, Armagh's poor. Like. Super poor. I was like, right, we'll go to Flanagan's Butchers first of all, because they're pretty well respected butchers. Went in. They had like cheap, shitty frying steak, and I was like, "Oh, I don't want that." So I went to Emerson's, and I seen their sirloins, and I was like, "Oh, that's fair enough. I'll take 2 of your sirloins." And that wasn't too bad. 2 sirloins were like £10 or so, and they were decent enough. And we bought them, and I was like, "You know what? I'm just gonna check McInerney's on the way out."
Yeah.
And I was in, and I seen the T-bone, and I was just like, "You know what? It's like £25 per kilo."
Right.
And I was just like, I don't even care. I was like, I've been after a T-bone for so long. So I got mine. I think mine came to like £22. Ooh. But I mean, I went out a week or two previous to that for, the guy I work with, Ryan, he left for Australia We went to his leaving meal.
Right,
We went to Embers in Armagh. Food was lovely. The atmosphere was not. It was like 1,000 degrees hotter than it should have been, and I hate that. I hate being too warm when I'm trying to eat food. Like,
Do you know why?
Why?
You can't keep yourself down when you're too warm.
But you can heat yourself up when you're too cold.
Exactly.
I'd rather be too cold.
Fucking jumping jacks, you know?
Exactly. But I paid like £22 there for like just a sirloin. It was good, but so I got this. This thing was like
Big.
it was fucking huge, and I cooked it, and it was great, and I had that.
How do you cook your steak?
Like, what way do I take it? All rare.
Rare.
As rare as they come.
Rare breed.
Yeah, slightly more than blue into the rare, but not medium rare.
I take my medium.
Yeah.
I like it good and cooked.
Now, I cooked mine in butter for about
Butter.
5 minutes each side, and it was still rarer.
Fair
This
enough.
thing was like
Decently.
enormous. Yeah.
How thick was it?
Oh, like a good.
That thick, like? That many?
About that.
This?
About that. What's that? About
About an inch and a half
an
out
inch
there.
and a half. I would say about an inch and a half.
An inch and a half out there.
Incredible. So yeah, I went back to the gym for the first time in about a year.
You have your own gym now, Chris.
I have my own gym just downstairs from the studio, and I decided I didn't have the equipment I needed, and I wanted to go to a gym in Armagh just to kind of break up the monotony.
Yep.
And I thought, it'll kind of, bring a bit of life back into training and stuff like that. There. How wrong was I? How wrong was I? D? I went to the Armagh City Hotel.
Oh, what is it called there now?
The Armagh Health Club or something. I don't know.
Fun.
Oh my God.
Poor.
Like, I went to set up for doing a couple of deadlifts, and their deadlift platform is actually broken so much that the weights sank down into a hole. So the bar was like that. And I was just like, how? The best part about it was showering and leaving. It was terrible.
Did you pay for like a month in there or what?
No, £5 for pay as you go.
And you were gone.
So I came home and I bought the equipment I needed, and it's going to land this week for the gym downstairs. So
how much does that cost though, comparatively? Like
for the gym downstairs? For all in all, the equipment I needed was $190.
Fuck.
So
a couple of months.
2, 6, 9, 12, 15. About 5 months in that gym. And
Fuck
that's
that.
me. Because I was talking to a friend of ours, Liam Mulligan. And me and him have kind of been on and off with this idea of wouldn't it be cool to own your own gym?
Do it yourself, yeah.
And I'm waiting for him. He's currently in California. Yeah. Whenever he gets back, we're gonna discuss this venture a little bit further.
Where's it gonna be though?
I don't know.
You're gonna put it here, aren't you?
No, I'm gonna put it upstairs, right there. That's all I get up to. I built partially a treehouse. My training's been good. I've been playing games. I've really been into Formula 1. We got Sky installs in the house. It's pretty good.
Good job.
I've just been watching a load of shit, to be fair, like Malcolm in the Middle and National Geographic and Tribe and stuff like that.
National Geographic.
I like National Geographic.
What are you watching on National Geographic?
I watch coming up Monday at 9 is all the 9/11 documentaries, obviously.
Yeah, you got that all scheduled
I
out.
watched Bruce Parry Tribe. I'm fond of that show. I watched something about a family who live in Alone and Found. I watched Treehouse Builders. I watched so
Getting
much
tips.
so much shit, dude. Like that.
You have that many channels, though. You kind of have to.
I've done so much, D, and I've done nothing at the same time. I'm
Yeah.
back to watching Parks and Recreation at night, though.
Nice.
I finished Scrubs.
Nice.
Fucking phenomenal, D.
Fucking brilliant.
I've done so much and so little.
I understand that.
You know?
I understand that. You feel like you're getting a lot into your day, but a lot of that's watching stuff.
Remember that week off work I
reading
told
and
you
stuff.
I was hoping to have a couple of weeks ago?
Did you get that?
It's starting Monday.
Oh, nice.
Confirmed. It starts
It's
Monday.
going through.
I cannot wait.
It's happening.
I cannot wait.
That's
I can't wait to have. I'm looking forward to it. It comes bittersweet because when I come back, I only have one more week with the manager that I have now, and then he's leaving. And I really like my manager, and I don't feel obliged to say that on camera. And it's going to be a sad occasion when he leaves. So, well, it's not bittersweet. It's just,
Not really, like-
I'm digging myself a hole here. I'll be sad when he leaves, but
Fair
you know.
enough. Just leave it at that.
You can't win them all. I think that's all I have to add, dude. This is getting personal with the podcast now. I feel really impersonal tonight.
Yeah. No, because we're not the real.
We
Christian
built this
James.
studio
Yeah, that's something we did. We built this from the ground up,
from the ground up.
brick by brick.
Started from the bottom. Yeah.
To be fair, what did we do here? I did very little actually.
So did I. So my brother and dad and sister painted the inside of this place. My brother and dad took all the equipment down. My dad took the equipment up. And me and Dee set up the mixer.
We just arranged it, didn't we?
We did, to be fair. I mean, we took the stuff out of the studio. It's just, it made more sense. I literally live there, just outside that window. Like, my bedroom is right there. So, I should if I can get like a cup, tins,
Yeah, you do the
string,
telephone thing.
I want to see if that works. We have a couple of ideas for good videos coming up, Dee, that we're looking forward to.
Yeah.
Which kind of leads us on to the kind of closing thoughts of this week's podcast. If you stayed with us this far, thank you very much.
For fucks to you. You're a winner in my eyes.
What are you going to get up to in the weeks ahead, or the week ahead?
The coming week.
The coming week.
Well, because I have a holiday coming up, approaching quickly and impendingly.
This week?
No, the following week.
Fuck, why could you not have got it with the two of us?
Because fuck me, you should have got yours.
We could have been building a treehouse together.
That wouldn't have worked. I'm not going to be in the country, man. I'm going to Portugal.
That's right. You told me you were going to
I'm
Portugal.
going to Portugal.
Yeah. Lisbon. Apparently, Spain are leaving the EU.
Are they?
Yep.
Are they though?
It's called Spexit. Apparently it's going to happen. There's talks. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't even think we're going to leave the EU. I think it's not going to happen.
Brexit?
Yeah.
You don't think Brexit's
I'm a
going to
firm
happen?
believer that it's not.
Brexit happens. It's so weird. Brexit happens in like 6 months.
Yeah, March.
It's
I'm
going
a
to be
firm
such
believer that it's not
a
going
shit
to
show.
happen.
I've never been more happy that we live on the border.
Yes, same.
I was like, I'm going to just like nip over
yeah.
whenever this thing goes to shit. Like,
It also means that this is what I found weird, that if we do go ahead and leave,
this is what's coming up.
we are getting rid of daylight saving.
I don't think we are though.
Apparently we are, and if that's the case, we get rid of daylight saving. The South don't. When we cross the border, there's an hour time difference between here and the old studio.
Yeah, they wouldn't do that. Just out of what do you call that?
I don't know. I think they would. I think they. I mean, I can't see why they keep it. We're the only country that fucking do it. I think.
I thought most of the EU does.
I don't think they do. I think they're just always on their time.
Do you mean like Ireland or do you mean UK?
Ireland, UK. Oh, UK. Yeah.
What do you call it? I don't know. I don't think they do it. I think it just.
I think
if they did do it, it would just be beyond.
I think it's a pointless feat at this point, anyway.
Yeah, it's like let's do that. And you're like, why not?
Let's do that. So the
why
kids,
not do that?
so the kids walking to school during the war it'll be bright for them.
That's it. Are you a fan of daylight savings as a concept?
No.
It gives you what does it give?
It gives you
an hour more in the evening.
An hour more in the in
the morning.
So
in the afternoon.
I forget what way it works. So now that the clocks have went
spring forward,
jump
the
fall
clocks
back
go forward an hour.
Forward in spring. So that's not the June. No, that's March.
Yeah,
March they go forward. So whenever they go forward, we lose an hour in bed, but we gain an hour in the evening.
That's it. Yeah. So the clocks go forward an hour. So whenever it's 5 o'clock, now it's 6 o'clock.
Yeah, and then in the
fall,
so in October, it's October.
Yeah.
The clocks will go back, so we'll gain an hour in bed, but it'll be darker in the evening.
Yeah. Why? It should be the other way around.
For the school kids.
Fuck them.
For the kids, man.
Whenever we were going to school, I did not appreciate this extra hour I apparently got.
You don't even appreciate it now because you're so, hyped up on getting this extra hour that you just sleep right through it.
It's just extra effort.
It does not.
Do you ever see the thing, though? Apparently it costs businesses like so much money every year.
This daylight saving?
Yeah, because if you're dealing with a country that doesn't do it, there's just nearly always money lost.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So weird. Anyway, that might happen or it may not. Brexit may happen or it may not. But as far as I am concerned, I couldn't give
this week, Dee, I will continue my career in Formula 1. I will play Spiderman. I will sit and watch copious amounts of shitty TV.
Good man.
I will eat copious amounts of shitty food.
Excellent.
I will train and I will enjoy my week off work. As one does.
Good. I shall play quite a bit more of Spider-Man. I hope to finish it soon and in anticipation of Tomb Raider.
Of course.
I'm going to be watching quite a bit of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. We'll try and get into those before the big drop of
excellent
KH3. I have plans of watching a lot of Netflix. I'm really into Netflix right now.
You Netflix and chilling most nights?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, good. I'm not into Netflix at the minute. I'm very into YouTube.
You on YouTube? We should be, I suppose, considering we have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
XI Gaming. Yeah, I'll check that out. Go when you're watching check out our other videos.
Just a bit of word on that actually before we actually finish off. Because I plan to do a video on this day and kind of explain what way the channel is going. We have obviously steered away from the whole exit gaming thing because we felt that the whole gaming, when we put gaming into the podcast, it kind of just cut our
limited us.
It limited us. It cut our audience, our potential audience, in half straight away because you heard gaming and you just thought no. So we steered away from that primarily because we've give up on talking on gaming. It's no longer the main focus of the podcast anymore.
We want to talk about other stuff.
We want to talk about other stuff, and we find that the podcasts do the most well when we don't talk about gaming or when we're actually talking about just random topics or things that are trending in the news.
Just interesting things.
Does that mean that there won't be any more Let's Plays on the channel? No. We will do them when
we're down already, so okay. That's the fucking rush.
We'll do them when we have time. We'll do them when we could be bothered. When there's a game or a video that actually just gets to the point where it's like we have to make this.
We want to do it. Like
there is a couple in the pipeline, and we'd love to do them. And a couple of we are more so interested in doing a couple more of those parodies that you've seen, and the intros that we've done.
The Office and Scrubs.
You may see an Interstellar parody sometime in the near future.
That's really good.
But apart from that, that's kind of where the channel is heading. We are pushing the hell out of these podcasts because
the podcast will still have games, Spiderman, for example.
Yeah, it's just whatever's big that week.
We're hoping to get more interesting things happening as well.
Obviously, films. Next week, if another big building burns down, that will more than likely be our main topic. When a building burns. So yeah, that's what to expect from the channel. Do follow us. Here's what you got to do. You got to find us first of all on YouTube and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Also, if you don't mind hitting that little bell to receive the notifications of when we post, that'd be great too. But if not, just subscribe to us. Then you can go over to SoundCloud, iTunes, Podcast Addict, any other podcast hosting service. Find the podcast there. If you're listening to it there, just do us the solid and press either the like or the heart or whatever signifies that you like the podcast. I mean, if you dislike it, you can do that too, but you're not going to dislike it.
Don't bother with that though.
It helps us out so bloody much if you do that. Even download it. Even if you just download it and delete it, it shows up that we have a download, and it'll be like that would blow our mind. Find us, take us with you on the go. Get in touch with us. We love hearing from you.
Community questions used to be a segment on this.
Yeah, we used to get community. We got questions on the weekly. Yeah. Now we don't, and I think it's to do with our kind of social media presence being so tame at the minute. So expect that to come back. I mean, the July 30 was every day through fucking July, and then all of August it was just nothing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We'll get back to that. But apart from that, keep up to date with us, guys. Follow us on Instagram, Team Excite. Follow us on Facebook, Excite Gaming. Follow us on Twitter, Excite Gaming. Find the YouTube channel, Excite Gaming. Subscribe to us. Find us on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, Podcast Addict, Google Podcasts, wherever is good for you. Let us know that you're listening. Thank you very much for the support. Anything you want to add before we close off the first show back at our new studio? I've liked this. I've liked the setup. I love being back at the table. That was the big thing. The couch, we loved the couch when we brought the couch in. The couch was phenomenal. The couch
we did our
was
best
great.
to get the couch up here, but it doesn't fit.
No, we'll get it to fit. But I love being back at the table. It's much more sophisticated. It's much more elegant,
and it's sensual. You can rub it.
Totally, but using it. Might get the table painted. Might get that painted. Don't know. It looks quite good though.
Okay,
but yeah.
Okay, afterbirth.
On that bombshell, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in to what was episode 58 of the podcast. My name is Chris. This is D. We'll see you all next week with another podcast.
Or will we? For we are the home of the Empty Pod.
Probably
Promise.
not. This has been the Empty Promise podcast. We'll see you all next week. Goodbye and God bless.
Good luck.